Welcome to the PLP Show, where we have got another topic today. And today's topic is things we hate about the modern game. So, obviously, lots of things are very different to when we used to start supporting football, which I'd say is probably predominantly the 90s. And the rise of the Premier League. Firstly, do you guys enjoy football as much as you did back then?
Definitely not.
No.
Definitely not.
And I'm the same.
What you're doing here is you're asking a Liverpool fan if he enjoys football more when Liverpool win European Cups and league titles more than when they didn't.
No, I'm not talking about your personal club. I'm talking about football in general.
Yeah. I certainly don't. I think it's
I don't watch as much football. I will say that.
Andy, you were being on a football podcast.
Exactly. I know. Yeah, that's true. But I would watch remember when Sky Sports first did Monday Night Football with Andy Gray and old hairy hand Richard Keys. It's Richard Keys.
Yeah,
right?
Richard Keys.
I would watch every single Monday Night Football
Religiously, yeah.
But now I don't. Now I'm like,
I know what you mean,
not that
and
it's
it
not
is
as good. It's just not as interesting.
I actually just don't think football, the game. I don't actually think the players are as good.
No.
I know we talk about the players are much faster, they're much quicker. I watched an old game yesterday. I actually think it was much quicker in the past.
Oh.
Do you know what? It's weird. I really did.
It's not.
You don't see long range goals as much anymore. Like the bangers that were. You look at some of them. You know,
like the Tony Yeboahs.
You know, like you see a Premier League review and you see the goals and you go, "What?" It's like every week there's a banger.
Yeah. It's like there's that famous video of like the November 2010 goal of the month or something. That one where Scholes that volley and like every game on absolute worldie in it. But I mean, modern
it's
football.
It's nostalgia bias, this, boys, is it
not?
not?
It's not. I'm telling you, it's not. Like when you look back at like the Sky Sports like Premier League history and the videos that they do, like it was just such a different game. Like they're all, for me nowadays, like they're all just a bunch of like all these kids are just a bunch of hyped up, overpaid brats that have got far too much money, far too young. Like you look at like when you look at like, let's just take Chelsea for example. Like back in the day, like John Terry was in there scrubbing Dennis Wise's boots every day and cleaning them.
I think that's a massive part of why it's gone down.
None of that happens anymore. Can you imagine like someone going up to like some 20-year-old kid that's on 200 grand a week and being like, "Clean my boots"? They tell you to go and fuck yourself. And then like, you know what I mean? But
I think that's a society problem as well, actually.
Or the kid would hire a cleaner. So it's just the whole mentality of the game's completely changed. Like the money that's in it now and. Just like it's not. People don't do it for the love of the sport. They do it for the love of a payday. It's like why you.
Do you think so? Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Why do you see all these? Why do you see all these kids going to Saudi? They ain't going to Saudi because they dream.
Well, no. But what we're talking about here, we're comparing the kids who go to Saudi to the elite of the 90s. Like the elite of the 90s wouldn't have gone to Saudi.
I just think
the elite
football,
today do not go either.
I think football in itself has become too tactical, too stat-driven, less emotion-driven. And I think, look, VAR, and we'll do another episode on VAR, but for me, VAR has ruined football. It's taken it probably that over the edge. It slows it down. I think it probably all started for me is when you could stop taking your shirt off celebrating. That was just such a
I know, wasn't that weird? Yellow card.
Stupid.
Did that start with Ravanelli and Middlesbrough?
No, but I do remember Robin getting sent off for that in a game against Sunderland.
What, for a second yellow?
It's just so stupid. It was never needed.
Stupid for doing it then.
But like everything, I think obviously the Premier League, the money side of it, and not just the players' money, but the commercialization of the Premier League, like the kits, the free kits that come out every year, the millions of adverts you see for kits, the rainbow laces, the this, that. There's a cause every single week that is political. It became. You never had any of that years ago. No. It was just about the football.
You used to get a kit every other season. It would be like you'd have a kit every season, and now you get 3 every single year. It's crazy. Yeah. But like another thing,
I will say though that the Liverpool kits that Adidas Originals have just brought out are amazing.
Oh, they're amazing. Look, I don't disagree.
It's the way they're going about it and doing it. But like to throw in another, I would also say for me the thing that I don't like about the modern game is you get 15 minutes of extra time now in games. Like it's just
who on earth?
That's only been the last
idea?
2 years, hasn't it?
I know, and it's insane. Insane.
It is bananas.
Like, look at that minute. I think what minute did that Rio and whatever his name is score that winner? It was like 100. It was like 11 minutes into added
109, I think it was. Yeah,
it's just so silly.
It's just insane. It really just is insane, and it does take away some of the love of it. Like when I'm watching football nowadays, like I find myself like scrolling on my phone now a little bit sometimes in the game.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Bored of what you watch.
Even the Liverpool game, I find it hard to be,
mate. Whereas I never, ever used to. I used to be glued to that screen.
But you know what?
No, but remember, Sam, we didn't have a phone.
I know then. That's what I was just going to say. Is that our problem or that problem? Because
that's part of the problem is a phone.
Like how many? I think all of us have probably had 10 text messages or phone calls while we've been, in the last hour or so. That would never have happened before. We'd be able to, but it is always the distractions, and it's not always the football's fault. The football has definitely dipped in standard, but also the looking at your phone thing. I think that's us. I don't think that's them.
I also think Pep has been a big downfall of football. I know.
Me too.
Sorry, I'm not having a go at Pep Guardiola here. I think he's one of the greatest managers of all time.
I'll have a go at him.
I think what it is, I think the rest of the world decided to copy a style badly.
They weren't good enough for it.
Yeah. It's like going to Turkey and seeing cheap imitations everywhere of Nikes and Versace, but it's just they're not good enough. Like Germany, when he went to Bayern Munich, their national team changed their style.
Did they?
And national teams changed its style, all to try and do this high possession, things like that. Now, years ago, football was like you don't see people crossing balls anymore. Like it's the cut back, play backwards. We just got to keep the ball and bore them to death is almost the way.
When was the time you saw a team play 4-4-2?
Yeah, I know, yeah. Because you'd get cut open with the freeze in the middle and things like that. But I think that's what made football more exciting. I think the managers had more personalities.
Yeah.
I thought you heard a lot less from owners back in the day and chief executives, and you didn't have sporting directors, and there's always someone now that's got something to say, like a commercial man, and you kind of didn't see all that. But again, you also never saw it because you used to have to go on teletext and go on club call or something like that, which was the only way you used to find out. But so I saw someone say that on the fan debate this week about player signings, I think it is. Like the Fabrizios and the Ornsteins.
Yeah, you get bored of it before it even happens. Like
whereas you used to have to buy a newspaper.
Mate, Liverpool never in my lifetime I've really spent. I know we signed Alisson and Van Dijk, but we've never really broken any records. We've never really gone out of the box when it comes to spending on players. This summer we signed 2 of them, and by the time they both happened, I didn't care. I was like,
yeah, I know. Right, just dragged on. We heard it.
Can you just tell me? It's like somebody coming to your house every day and say, "Listen, tomorrow I'm going to bring you a letter." And then on the 15th day, you're like, mate, just bring me the letter or fuck off. Like,
I think also as well, the fan experience in the stand has changed massively because a lot of the hardcores don't go anymore because they can't afford it. Season tickets have gone up every single year. So a lot of people can't afford to go. So that die-hard fan, like us, 3 that were all born into our clubs, not chose to support our clubs, they can't go. So then it's replaced with a foreigner who might not really know what's going on. And it's, as I say, a bit like the Oasis concerts in America where the Americans know Wonderwall and Don't Look Back in Anger. They don't know the chants. They don't know how to behave. And I suppose in society things got made that you couldn't say this, you couldn't do that. So that's diluted that intense rivalry.
Yeah.
And I heard the Manchester United fan from the debate said that this week. The tribalism is quite dead in football now.
Do you know what? I don't think it's dead. I just don't think it's real. Like, for example, and I don't, not to specifically bring it back to Liverpool, but every single team seems to want to have a rivalry with Liverpool. And I'm like, unless you're Manchester United or Everton, you're not.
Yeah.
Maybe Chelsea, maybe Chelsea.
Yeah, but that's a newer day. It's not a
Newcastle
rival,
now
yeah.
all of a sudden want to create a rivalry with Liverpool. There's Forest even used to do it. Leicester used to do it, and I don't know. It's all manufactured. It doesn't seem real. You know, it doesn't. It just doesn't seem like I care about that stuff.
Well, anyway, it was nice to debate with you.
Yeah.
That was a good one. I like that.
Wait, hang
everyone
on.
let us know below.
Wait. What was our three things that we? What was our three things?
I think there's more than three things that I hate about
let's
football.
just do one each. Let's do one each real quick.
15 minutes of extra time is mine.
Playing styles.
All right, for me, it's the Twitter journalists who ruin transfers for us.
There you go. What are yours? Give us a comment underneath. Let us know. Hit subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. And we will see you all soon with more content.
See you soon.